Attention. We now have control of your streaming device.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land?
Yo!
Hello, my darlings.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Look, it's the original Three Musketeers
Ahoy!
back in action.
Three Musketeers.
That's us. That's us, my friends. Well, yeah, welcome back, everybody. New listeners, perhaps old listeners, we're glad you're here with us. Our weekly little tradition.
Yay. Happy to be here.
For real, though. For real. Like, let's start it right off, guys. I'm excited to get into this one tonight. So,
Okay.
what are you smoking on tonight?
P3, you go first.
Oh, so this is like 1 week out of cure mango myrrh from Night Owl.
What's the lineage on that? Obviously, we
So
know Mango
this is-
Smile.
It's not actually Mango Smile. It's
No.
this is the Ronin collab. So this is, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna remember this. Black myrrh crossed with like blueberry cotton candy or something like that. Blue cotton, I don't know.
We're having a
Does
little.
not smell like blue. It smells a little blue.
Five
yeah,
Bake says
trying
it
it
was
out.
a collab.
Yeah, it smells a little blue. It does not smell particularly sweet, but you do get some funky mango in there. So I think that's from the mango aisle. I have
Okay.
2 more mango aisles in dry right now, but they just came down, so we'll see how they are.
You had 3 of them.
Oh my gosh, I had 4 of them.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So I had myrrh and 2 mango aisles and Mandela Effect, all Night Owl mango babies.
Wow.
And you did 4 of the mango myrrhs. Wow, that's.
No, not
that's
4 mango myrrhs. I did 1 mango myrrh.
Oh,
I did
right.
2
I'm confused.
mango aisles, and I got
know.
1 Mandela Effect.
She thoroughly confused us both,
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry.
Like a
Apologies.
whoa, 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 whoa.
It's just
I
a lot
like
of
that.
lot of mango, but
Yeah.
that's
There's
a
awesome.
lot
That's
of
what she
mango.
loves. That's what she likes. The girl knows what she wants, man.
Yeah,
good
you know.
medicine.
Hey, you know, if you like it, you like it. I'm kind of a creature of habit myself. I tend to keep the things around that I like the most, so.
So
Okay.
I found that I really dig high myrcene sativas and
Okay.
high terpinolene indicas, which are, that's a little quirky on both sides, right? Because you
Wait, a
got
high
that relaxation, high myrcene
Myrcene
sativas.
sativa. Okay.
So like you get that with a lot of the mangoes. So it's relaxing, so I don't get anxiety with it, but it gives me the
Gotcha.
sativa effects that I really love. And then I like high terpinolene indicas, which is kind of the same type of vein. I get that terpinolene, get me that up, focus, get going, but it's an indica, you know, so
Yeah, I can
she's
tell you've
chill.
been spending time on that PA medical marijuana forum. Like
I
you
have.
got all those terp.
Oh my gosh, I've been really obsessed with all the terps lately, and I've just
Yeah.
been super deep diving into all of them because really it's the best way I heard it described is THC and all of your cannabinoids in a car is like your gas pedal. It indicates how psychoactive it is, how fast you're going to go, how intense it is. But your terpenes are is like your steering wheel, tells you which direction you're going to go in. Is it going to be more calming and relaxing? Is it going to be more upbeat and focused? So it kind of gives you an idea of what medicine to use when. And you guys know I'm a huge proponent of using the plant for the correct effect at the correct time. And that just like, it's right there, right in front of you. All of the information is there for you to fit perfectly into your life. I think it's amazing that way. So yes, I'm obsessed with terpenes right now. Obsessed.
That's cool. Yeah, that we're gonna benefit a lot from your knowledge. I feel like on this subject.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I want to test everything now. I
That's
need
awesome. I wonder if you can. Are there at-home cannabinoid tests that break down like
I don't
the
think
different
so.
terpenes, or is it just like the T check?
I think
it's
it's just
just
T-check.
T-check.
And God, I don't even trust that shit. So
No
like,
shit.
Right. One day we'll have access to all this stuff, you know? Because, man, shit. I mean, I guess I'll go next because it ties right in, guys. I have a brand new, it's Cosmic Revival, and it is a CBD THC 1-to-1 cross from Night Owl. I'll show you a nice bud here. Fresh out the dry. There we go.
oh yes, this is what these. I believe yours as well was kept, but all of these wine mangoes were part of the Your Average Grow Girl
Yep.
for the
Yep.
Night Owl stuff.
I did it
So,
for as part of that too. So
super
shout
fun.
out to those guys.
Yep, just like finishing up now. Everybody's
that
plants
was-
are coming down looking so pretty.
That was a little lower. Here's a more of a top bud.
That's
Nice.
pretty.
A little spindly, you know, like, but it smells like it has like a cocoa butter kind of vibe. Really cool. Suntan lotion, maybe. It's definitely tropical. And then not like the densest stuff, you know, like I don't need a super dense nug. I think quality comes through in other ways sometimes, especially in like a unique cross such as this. But yeah, speaking of like cannabinoids, man, I would love to know what this actually broke down to be, because if you grow a 1-to-1 seed, there's lots of variations of what that, you know, ratio could actually work out to be. I mean, sometimes they can be as high as like 20-to-1 on any given side. So like this could be completely THC dominant with just a little bit of CBD. Could be like pretty balanced, or it could be all CBD, no THC. I just don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot. Freshly cleaned bong, guys. Look at that. That's about as good as it gets.
Does look pretty shiny.
So yeah, one of the things I think that like autos are amazing. Okay, guys, I don't know. I don't weigh my plants anymore, but if I had to guess, 2 plants I just harvested, I probably got like close to a pound. Not quite. Maybe I'd say like 12 ounces. Okay, 3/4 of a pound. So that's pretty good out of a 3x3, 2 autos. You know, nothing to sneeze at. Quality looks good. The smells are nice. One of the things I still have to complain about is that the taste just isn't there in the same way as with photo periods.
Yeah, that's generally my biggest complaint. That, and then they can be a bitch to trim sometimes. They're a little bit more leafier than your photo period varieties.
Dude, we might have to get into that because, yeah, one of the 2 plants was one of the leafier varieties, and fuck me, dude, it was the worst plant I have ever trimmed in my life.
Yeah.
It took
What,
forever.
don't you just like
Forever.
crispy dry it and then chuck it in your bag and beat it up for a while?
So I eventually resorted to that. I did. I used my BIM-Trag. The BIM-Trag. Very amazing product. BIM-Trag. It's the trim bag. And it, I will say, like, when I got fucking sick of trimming this leafy ass autoflower, my God. Okay, like, don't get me wrong, the thing was sticky. It smells great. I'm happy now that it's in my jars, trimmed. But in the process, I wanted to kill myself. It's those little,
The little
like,
ones. Yeah,
tiny leaves. You know the ones I'm talking
yeah.
about that like stick right out of the buds. Ah, it's a killer, man.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Absolutely.
It's a killer. So, yeah, eventually, I just threw it all in the BIM-Trag, shook it up, and guess what? It came out looking acceptable. You know, it's like I'm not gonna win any damn awards for my trim job.
Nah, but you know, like you pick out a nug, you can just fucking flick off, you know, an extra leaf and fucking call it
Yeah.
a day.
Oh yeah. So this one, you know, the smells are totally different on them. Like Cosmic Revival is like cocoa butter. This one was the hard one to trim was the Blue Sprayed Shoes remix, and but man, if it doesn't smell like blue,
What's the lineage on that one?
I think it's a Blue Microverse and Tyrone Stomper.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but like, man, I'm trying to find the right color now. It kind of has like this kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
best.
Like, yeah, it smells like blue candy of the like gummy Haribo
Dude, that's
variety.
a hefty fucking bag of twin snakes, dude. Holy shit.
A pound of snakes.
My wife's trying to put me in a diabetic coma. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It is.
That's a dangerous amount of Haribo.
It's
sir.
1.8 pounds of
Yeah.
Haribo.
Dangerous indeed.
I would crush those in like 4 days max.
Dude, it won't even
Max.
take me that long. I know. I'm
Yeah.
an
Oh,
addict
man.
on this shit.
I like to put them in the refrigerator.
Yeah, well, that just makes them
Make them
chewier.
cold. Yeah.
Oh, so good. Oh, Haribo. It's my favorite. Man, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have eaten a big old twin snake on air.
Yeah, they're pretty chewy. They take a while to go down.
Right. That's a commitment. That's like a serious
Oh.
2-minute commitment,
My
really.
jaw hurts now. It's a workout. So yeah, I would love if there were some sort of way to test cannabinoids, because who the fuck knows what you're getting?
Yeah, seriously.
Especially with a
You are
1-to-1.
killing me over here, man.
I'm sorry. It's down. It's down. The snake has entered the belly.
Thank you.
All right. No more. No more. That was incredibly delicious, though, I have to say.
I hope it's worth the comments we're going to get on this video.
It'll be the one like the AI thing spits out when it's doing the clip for this episode. So yeah, guys, that's again my complaint with even the most like recent autos, the best of the best stuff. You know, like I don't think the taste carries through as much. It's not to
You
say
still got that
it's not
greater
good.
Alice gene taking up space, you know?
Yeah, it's not to say it doesn't taste good, but it's not as much like that twin snake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you got me. What do you got tonight, Monster?
I am smoking on something different tonight. So a buddy of mine, shout out to Mike. He grew some emoji by Mass Medical Strains. And he blessed me with a bunch of nugget, and he did a really good job with it. So it's emoji is anaphylaxis, which you know I love,
Yeah, yeah.
crossed with goji pupil, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Goji pupil, and obviously the goji got some star people in it, and I don't remember much after that. But we know the anaphylaxis is peanut butter breath crossed with deadly sativa. Anyway, I love this shit, man. I'm kind of kicking myself.
Yeah, dude.
He had given me a cut, and I didn't take care of it and ended up letting it go. But this one's like really like I kind of get like a haze vibe from it. Like
Yeah.
definitely the anaphylaxis definitely shines through on it. But a little bit of like sweetness, that that funk. Um, it's good, and it fucking packs a punch. I've been doing bong hits, and I feel like my head feels like it's floating a little bit, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So he's got some beans. I'm gonna have to maybe grab a couple off him and try this stuff because he
Trying to
said it was
find that kind of a cut again.
yeah, because it's really enjoyable, man. I like it a lot, and it looks like it's one of those easy to the anaphylaxis was like so easy to trim. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like pick off the big fan leaves and just literally flick the sugar leaves off with your thumb, and it's
Man.
like done. It was so easy.
I'm so jealous of that.
And this was very similar to that. So um, overall, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give him a solid 7.5, maybe 8. He did really good with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yep.
Oh, that's again like I hear the call of the photo periods. Not long after I harvest a bunch of autoflowers.
So
Just kind of how it goes.
when he gave this to me, he says, "Yeah, flavor's not quite there." He goes, "It's kind of like it's a weird taste, kind of. I can't really describe it." And I'm like, "What do you think? Like, did you fuck it up? Like hay smell?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe." Like, and then he gave it to me, and I opened up the jar and I took a whiff. I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's anaphylaxis right there. That's how it's supposed to smell. It's got that like funky, earthy. It's hard to describe, but so when I looked it up on Mass Medical Strains a while back, Mass referred to it as definitely like a unique terpene profile. So I don't think he was used to it or expected that, but I gave him kudos. I said, "Dude, you did a great job with this," and I hadn't even smoked it yet. I could just smell it. You know what I mean? It smelled really good. The bud structure was great, and then as soon as I smoked it, I fucking texted him again. I was like, "Man, you did a good job with this. Fucking kudos."
Yeah, you like to see that, man.
Yeah, and I'm brutally honest. When people give me shit, if I don't like it, I'll just tell you, "Nah, man, you missed the mark on this one." Like I don't know
Not
what.
my fave.
Yeah, I don't know what you did. Um,
I don't know what kind of dumpster you found this shit in.
it's
This
funny
ain't
though,
it.
because usually my initial complaint will always be like taste. Like, yeah, it just didn't really taste that good. Like, did it get you high? Like, dude, we're way above that, man. Like, I don't care if it got me high. I got gaggles of fucking weed to get me high. I want to smoke shit that fucking tastes good, or I'm not gonna keep it around. You know what I mean? Like, plenty of weed will get you high. Like, I can get some depths from fucking Cali for 300 a pound that'll get you high. But do I really want that? No.
It's the truth. I mean, you know what? If that's really how does it all come? It all comes in the end down to like, I think taste is one thing that you can differentiate weed from in the end. Like you said, it'll all get you high to a certain extent. You got to smoke a lot more of some than others.
Yeah,
But
man.
still, it'll all get you high.
I want that good shit, man.
But if it's not enjoyable to smoke, it's usually not. And like, the thing with autos is like, you're not keeping them around anyway. You know what I mean? You're just, if you get one that tastes great, the next bean might not be the same one.
I
It's
always
just
try to chooch through my autoflower harvest quickly because I noticed that even the ones that do taste good and like are almost indistinguishable, it just doesn't last. It doesn't seem to. It loses it real quick. So I usually try to rip through that shit pretty quick.
I am trying. I got a big old bag here. I'm trying this thing out.
I love it, man.
The
Grove bag.
Grove bag. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm trying her out.
We've talked about it before. I was super skeptical of those fucking things. I thought it was voodoo magic, and there was just no way. but I won't. As far as long-term storage go, I won't use anything other than those
Dude, I
bags.
They
feel like
work.
it's just like I just feel like it's a goddamn bag of Doritos or something. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't
It
look like a
is.
serious product in here.
For my personal smoke, it'll always be a jar. You know what I mean? Because the
Yeah.
bag doesn't make sense to throw it. Because I carry my bag around. I'm not going to throw even a small turp lock bag. I'm not going to throw one of those in my fucking. It's going to squish up the butt. But like for
Yeah.
long term storage and curing,
Hmm.
I think they can't be beat, man. Especially for the money. You
Well,
talk about
yeah,
the
we'll
the
see.
the pure cuck. You could spend $600 on that. Which look, I've said it before. Like I can guarantee you that thing works, and it probably works very well. But it's $600. You can
Yeah,
buy
these are
one
like
pound.
a buck.
Well, I think the pound bags are like close to $10 retail value, but like you could use that thing 6, 7 times at least before it loses its performance. And I'd rather go that route personally.
You only have to send them an arm or your firstborn child to pay for shipping.
The
Is
shipping
it
is
really?
retarded. Yeah.
Oh, that
And you
sucks.
know what's fucked up is I've seen them at trade shows and they don't have product for sale. I was like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, you could be killing it. Like, like because people know your shipping is exorbitant. It really is exorbitant. It's fucking, it's retarded. You
It's
you
dumb.
have to
I
buy a shitload
refuse
of
to
them.
order from them again. I got
Yeah,
like a discount
It's
on my
that
first
bad.
shipping thing. I
Oh my
refuse to
god.
order from them again. The
I
shipping is
just buy them at
stupid.
Mass Hydro. Shout out to
What,
Mass
is it like
Hydro.
more? Is it more expensive than the product itself?
Yes,
Yeah,
Really?
basically.
yeah. You have to
Oh
order a lot to
shit.
make it worth your while. It's kind of like actually they're not quite as bad, but like 247garden.com. I buy 5 gallon fabric pots. They're like $1.50, but they'll whack me for like $25 shipping.
Hmm.
So I better order like 100 of the fucking things to make it worth my while, and which
Damn.
I usually do. But dude, even with their exorbitant shipping, you can't beat a fucking fabric pot for $1.50. You know, like as opposed
Truth.
to 12, $13 I've seen them for, even
Truth. Yeah,
$5.
man. Even so, Sky High says I really want some, but I don't want to pay for shipping.
Check your local hydro
Exactly.
stores. I've seen them in a lot of stores. I just buy them locally from Mass Hydro. He always has them.
I thought,
Check out Mass Hydro too, because he's not going to
yeah.
rape you on shipping. Like
Mm,
whatever the shipping is for Mass Hydro, that's what the shipping is. Like he doesn't make any money on the shipping. Like that's how much FedEx is going to charge him to ship that product to your door. So
Mm.
especially if you're living on the East Coast, I would look into that. And then you could use code CC10, get
there you
yourself
go,
10% off.
dude. I mean, it's.
I know people that buy Build a Soil products from him because it's cheaper in shipping.
Oh, I bet.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
I bet, dude. I mean, to come out here from Colorado is literally an arm and a leg. You got to sign a contract in blood. My firstborn shall be yours. You know, and it is crazy. I mean, I refuse to pay those rates too. That's the one of the reasons I haven't bought like 3.0 built from Build a Soil or the one of their new like Dominion blend.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. You know, I want to try it, but I ain't paying
Shout
for
out
it
to
to
Mac
be.
Attack. He's the one who kind of like gave me the bump to start using them. Because I remember at Freedom Rally, he had given us some nug, and
Yeah, yeah.
he
This
put.
is the one from him. That's
Oh,
believe it
really?
or
Yeah.
not. Yeah, yeah.
So he had put a nug inside of a bag, and I actually kind of forgot I had it for a little while. And then I came back to it, and it was like still fresh and vibrant. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Maybe I'll give
Mm,
I was thinking about it anyway, just because I've heard nothing but good things, man, about them. And I got no code; they don't sponsor me. Like I said, I was super skeptical at first. I didn't think it would work well.
what
But
they do? Hey, you got to
Work.
give them props where props
I'll
are
admit when
due.
I'm wrong. I'm sure you can even go back on earlier episodes that I told people to fucking not bother.
Well,
Sounds stupid.
so speaking of giving some props where props are due, I got sent a cool new product I could talk about. And, you know, honestly, I am the pickiest motherfucker in the world. I admit it, guys. Like, and not to like sound like I'm real cool or anything, but I do get offered some stuff from time to time. Like companies want to send me shit and have me grow with it. It's an honor, you know. It's nice, but like and 9 times out of 10, I'm honest with him, and I'm like, I got no use for that, or like I can't fit it up in my fucking attic. Like, I don't have a big space. I don't have much that I can actually add to what I am currently doing. It's kind of like maxed out, and I just, if I don't see the immediate value in it, like, I'm just not willing to even try it. So it's, to get past that immediate, like, no filter, it's got to be something kind of cool,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it's called. It was called the Can-A-Can.
Is that hockey puck thing
It is, and it's
for
a
seeds?
seed germination device that, I mean, remember I was telling you guys about my, like, real weird DVD method, like DVD case, and I put the seed in a
I
paper
used it
towel
for a
and all
while.
that.
It works.
It fucking works great.
It's complicated, but it works.
But I fucked up my Super Troopers, special edition DVD case from like 2003. I'm upset about that because it always had to be a pot related movie, of course. So this thing, the Can-A-Can, is basically what I was making out of DVD cases, but it's an actual product now. Super cool. Here, I'm trying to bring her up. There we are. There we are. And yeah, it looks kind of like a hockey puck. So shop this. Because yeah, they have a couple other different things. Well, what is it? So all I have is basically this thing, the hockey puck, like you said,
Okay.
right? And if you see, it has different compartments, so you can stay nice and organized with, like, germinated a bunch of different stuff. You could even germinate your outdoor vegetables in this thing. And it has like a little piece of the consistency of coffee filter paper, because I know you've mentioned that, Monster. You don't like paper towels. You prefer the coffee filters.
Yep.
So this is a lot like that. You put that at the bottom, and then the thing, like, you fill up the body of it with water, and it just kind of like all sinks in on itself, and that little piece of filter paper absorbs the water. Put it on a little heat mat. It comes with a heat mat, or mine did, or they offer a heat mat. In any case, you should have a heat mat for seed germinating. And yeah, this thing has been, I've germinated half a dozen seeds so far. It's 6 for 6, man.
I don't worry about germinating. I could see how it could germinate. I don't love the idea of roots hitting solid walls.
Like, so it's like very solid plastic. They're not like, they are kind of getting tangled and bent a little bit.
Yeah, photo periods, sure. Autoflowers, no thank you.
But, well, so like, seed to soil is not as sure of a thing as you'd like it to be. We've talked about that a lot. I've tried some methods to mitigate the failures, but like, I'm willing to, this thing seems cool. And what I am most excited about, so, take this away for a sec, because I got to show you these things, right? They come with these, okay? And they're called, like, huggers.
Okay.
Can you see, like, that?
Oh, yes. So
It is
like a little
literally,
scoop.
yep, it's a little, like, seed scoop, okay? It's the perfect little tool to gently pick up that little seedling and, like, transfer it to its final home, and then, like, perfectly put that taproot in there. Like, the other end of the thing even acts as, like, you put that in the soil and it shows you exactly how much. Like, if you put it that deep, boom, just make a little hole. It's money. Like, this thing's great. Plus, I was stealing my wife's tweezers before, and she hated that. So solves that problem.
All right. I'll be interested to hear how it works for you.
I'm already a
I know you
fan.
got
I'm
like
already a fan. They have some funny advertising too, like Master Yoda's like they're huggers. It's like a hug from your mother. Because really, these things are like made for hugging little baby seeds.
Hmm.
It's such a cool little thing, honestly. I was, you know, for taking a helmet head off, like honestly, this is what you want, not like a sharp metallic tweezers. That's not the
mm-hmm.
tool for the job.
Yeah.
All right.
I like those. I want just once. I want those. Just the
Yeah,
huggy head.
I was just gonna say I want those. The rest of that does not interest me in the least bit, especially at $40.
You
Um,
know, it's not
I
that bad a
just
price.
a Tupperware container at the dollar store and some coffee filters do the same thing for me.
Yeah, I hear that, dude. But I will say, there is something nice about having a product that's built for a specific purpose. It's
Yeah,
it's
I will say
nice.
this:
It's
it's not
like it's
like a trash product. It looks like it actually worked pretty cool. The build
yeah,
quality on
it's
it looks
functional.
looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the compartments on it. So like if you're germinating multiple strains, that would definitely make it a little bit easier
The
to kind of keep things.
organizational aspect of it for me was one of the big benefits. I mean, I was literally building this thing, like DIYing the same thing out of paper towels in a DVD case and like little scraps of paper that like had the names of the seeds on it, and trying to keep them all organized on the paper towel is more difficult than you might think.
Oh yeah,
So like, yeah, for me, this thing like went a long way. I fully approve. And man, especially the huggers. If nothing
Seriously,
else,
I
go
want
get yourself
those.
some huggers.
yeah, those look pretty fucking cool actually, and I like the little end that you can like poke the dirt with. Fucking, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I went ahead and bought like four more pairs of these because my cats have already made them their toy. So
Oh,
cats like the huggers too. What can you say?
Cats
Buy
like anything you
buy
don't
a
want
pair
in
for your
toy.
cats. Exactly, right? It's funny. I lost the first pair he sent. I'm like, fuck, my cats like definitely made it their toy. I'm like yelling at the one cat, like, where did you take it? I know you made it your prisoner, I know exactly how this works. It's gonna just appear one day, like on the floor, because you'll take it out. Sure enough,
Yeah, or you'll find it under the couch when you move
it
it.
showed up a week later, yeah. After I had bought like a six pack of them, but whatever. They're a couple bucks. Totally worth it. The guy's cool, and yeah, neat product. I thought.
It's
Um,
innovative. You don't see much new shit coming out these days, you know? It's all
for sure,
repetitive bullshit.
for
Not a
sure.
lot of innovation in the cannabis market.
It's almost like he went ahead and was like, how can I turn this DVD germination DVD case germination method into a usable functional product? That's kind of what you'd think of.
One thing
So,
I will say
yeah.
about heat mats too is I've seen a lot of people fuck up their beans with heat mats. Get that shit on some sort of temperature
Oh, you
regulation
have
or,
to have a timer if you're going to use a heat
yeah,
mat.
time or temperature regulation,
Mm-hmm.
something. Because I've seen people fucking put their paper towel on, and what happens, right, is all the moisture will go to the top of their container, and it like fries out the the paper towel gets like all
Yeah,
dry and
dude.
brittle. And you'd think that the condensation from the top would just kind of come down, but it doesn't. And it can
Well,
fry your shit in a day easily.
mm-hmm.
I think I'm using like a Vivo Sun seed heat mat. Like it's cheap, but it came with the little controller where you can set the temp. You just
Perfect.
put it at 80 degrees. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes 82, in that range. And I mean, it takes no time at all. Like they're sometimes busting out of the shell within like 48 hours. They're like
Yeah, that heat
popping out.
definitely helps them.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Nice warm
Hmm.
environment encourages them to come on out. It's warm in here. Think
Yeah, right. It's come on in. The water's nice. But yeah, another cool product that I got to give a little props to. use a couple things pre and post harvest to help me get back into the swing of things, get out of the swing and into the swing. But I can't live without my fucking trim bin. I can't.
Yeah.
Look what I got from just 2 autos. Okay? Just 2. And this ain't even that much.
The
Right?
best product ever. Seriously.
Just
if you
it's-
don't have
yeah.
one, you are doing yourself a disservice.
I seen somebody posted a different one the other day. It looked fucking badass. I don't know.
Another trim bin?
Yeah, it's a different. It's not a trim bin. It's like a new company or a company that's making them.
Oh, cool.
I'm surprised AC Infinity hasn't jumped on that game because that's a
Yeah, right?
real easy product to clone.
So
There's
easy.
nothing to it, just a screen. You know what I like to do with the trim bin keef to test it is I take it because certain strains will give you different qualities, levels of keef. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can take that shit and roll it into a ball and it literally hashes up instantly. And then you do the old lighter test.
Yeah, where it bubbles.
Yeah, if it bubbles up and fucking it's fire, man. If it doesn't, then it's just, it's still good, but it's not going to be the best.
Here, let's see. Oh man, yeah. So if you you squeeze it and then it turns into like a little ball
that's
right away.
That's usually a good sign. It's nice and squishy.
Yeah.
And then you take a lighter to it and just at the edge, right? If it starts smoking right away, it's just kind of mid. But if it like
Maybe
starts
use the hugger.
bubbling, no, you'll burn the hugger.
He's gonna burn himself. See?
Ow. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Yeah, no, I should use the hugger, but it's plastic, so I'm worried about that too. All right, I'm not gonna light it. How do you light it? What the fuck? Do you have like super calluses on your hands? Yeah.
Yeah, I got gorilla hands, man. I do have super cat. My hands are fucking like leather.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a little smoke and a little bubbles too, so it's probably mid hash.
You can put it on top of your bowl too, and light it, and then you can usually see it.
Ah, okay.
I should have told you to do that.
Yeah, right. Hold it in your hands and light it on fire, you fucking idiot.
First, what you need to do is get some rubbing alcohol, and you pour that all over your table.
Oh my god!
You make sure you get a little bit on your clothes.
But in all seriousness, dude, that is how accidents happen when you're cleaning a bong.
Jeez.
You got to keep that in mind. Rubbing alcohol is extremely flammable, so at least keep those two separate. Rinse well, double rinse, and then make sure it doesn't have rubbing alcohol in it. If you light it, that would be bad. So,
yeah, it's a good tip
for sure.
Is there a story you want to tell us along
Nope.
with that tip?
Nope. Oh. No story, but I've heard stories. I've heard stories. Right. But I mean, I'm I'm kind of like in the weird in between phase of like, having just harvested. I got a couple other plants in a tent. The other thing about autos, I'm sorry, I'm so ADD. Guys, I'm thinking about one thing, my mind goes to 4 other things. The other thing about autos that kind of gets me.
I like pancakes.
I like frogs. Is they're so variable with their size and their like the time they take to finish and their life cycle phases. So like the 4 I have that I planted on the same day, like I'm probably going to be harvesting in like a 4-week window. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like some are already done, or one of them's already done. 2 are kind of close. And then another one's like probably got another month at least.
I would actually classify that as an advantage personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. You're growing autos for variety and how quick they are, and if you plant a bunch of different shit, you're pulling down something fucking, towards the end like once a week or whatever. That's pretty fucking cool.
It does kind of
spreads out the work, honestly.
Yeah,
and then
that's good.
Trim jail feels like much lighter sentence.
Where it can be kind of tricky is putting fresh herb into a room that's already, almost done drying something. That can be a little bit problematic.
Yeah, I don't like to do that. I like to just
Hard
Yeah.
to.
if I put like
Yeah.
something in the dry tent, I don't like to put something else in there until
Yeah.
that one thing is done.
I hear you.
Right.
Or keep a bunch of plants on the same dry schedule at least.
So would you prefer to take plants? I mean, where do you dry? Do you have two separate places you can dry? I assume you have some growing and you can dry somewhere.
No, I mean I'll do it.
Can
like
you dry in that
it's
same
not
tent?
ideal.
I'd pull early personally, like rather than push, because I
Okay.
find, especially with autos, in my experience anyway, if you push them too long, you're definitely losing a lot of terps.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
I'd rather pull a couple of them early and dry them all at the same fucking time. Call it a day. Do maybe like an 84 out the door. Fucking, that's it.
yeah,
You were told 84 days. That's it.
that's all you get.
Well,
I don't know if you can have them go long. A difference of I don't know, dry them in 10 to 12 days and then switch to the next one. That's 2 weeks.
I think that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing is like chopping two of them,
Take 2 and then
Yeah.
take 2.
dry
There you
them,
go.
and then as
That's
those
what I
two
would do,
dry,
too.
I'll let the other two. Well, shit. The one, honestly, she's a total outlier. Is massive plant, but it is kind of like it's kind of freaky looking. It's got the 3-fingered leaves, and it's got like
Yeah.
it's
I
very
hate-
leafy.
I've never had like been dissatisfied with smoke that comes from those type of plants, but I fucking hate looking at them.
Yeah, the chicken foot.
Like you start thinking something's wrong. Like, is there a light leak somewhere? Is this thing starting to re-veg on me? What the fuck is it
They're
doing?
ugly.
It
Yeah.
looks
They
like
are. I
shit.
hate to say that, but they
It's
are.
a little spindly, but the smoke's usually all right. But yeah, I don't like looking at plants like that. Like, I won't grow that again. Type of shit.
Yeah, and it
Which
wasn't.
is sad, kind of.
So and the other one of the same strain is fucking amazing though. It's just it's again the variable within autoflowers, the variability is something that like is kind of a turnoff for like a person with like a lot of experience and a lot of runs under their belt. Like at this point, like man, if I could just get like uniformity across my canopy. If
Oh my
I
God,
could
grow a
just,
photo
you know what I mean?
period.
Yeah, well, that's again, while the Admiral came back into port.
I know. I could
'Cause
see
I'm
him
like-
freaking commandeering your ships right
know?
now.
He, the photo periods, like, I just, man, it'd be nice to have like mothers or like a stable of plants that I'm just like constantly rotating and just like, I love them. I know they're going to be winners. Yeah, I might not, like it's,
That's the joy of photos, right?
I'm
The
actually
joy of
glad
autos
that
is the
you've come.
surprise.
I'm glad that you've come to this conclusion, because I've been fucking telling you to do this for years. I think that once you really do that, like, you'll not only will you completely up your fucking game, but you'll just be like, you pull a 10 open, dude, and everything's the same. It's like, bam. And then
know,
you could just rotate through them and keep them for a year and throw them away or whatever, But plus, in my opinion, I truly believe this: growing from clone as opposed to seed is mitigating a lot of chances of having intersex traits in plants.
Have fun smoking the same thing forever.
well,
It's not forever.
I tell you what,
That's a long ass
it,
time.
it's not, yeah, it's not forever. It's not forever. And like, so let's say G3, let's say, I don't know,
Well, you could do like each tent could be its own thing. I guess.
Yeah,
I
or-
don't know. But
or
that
let's
still
say-
seems-
And
let's,
it's really
found-
not hard to keep moms around either. Like you could literally use and abuse those things in solo cups for as long as you really need to. And because trust me, I do it.
Yeah,
So
I know. It was like close to a year or over a year, I think. It was so funny.
and you just, all right, listen, I want to do a run of this in a month. All right, take the mom out, transplant her, let's get her healthy, fucking trim off all the fucking dead shit, and but like, yeah, you could literally keep 5 or 6 moms in your fucking basement under a fucking fluorescent light. I'm serious.
Yeah,
Like-
right? They don't
like-
need much.
Dude, I have some moms under a fucking LED shop light, like, and they're doing just fine.
Oh,
Like
that's cool.
as long as you keep them small enough and you're not overfeeding them and you're not trying to stimulate growth, like you're just trying to keep them alive. That's it. Like a nice light potting soil mix, probably some like Happy Frog, a fucking good top dress every now and then just to, show you
This is a
care.
different mentality. It's not you're not like you don't want to see like rapid growth on a
No,
mom,
and
you
then
know?
if it gets too big, you take a cut, make sure it's rooted, and kill it or flower it out.
Isn't it amazing that we have choices to do all of these
It
things?
is. It is.
Like,
So G3,
she
like
totally fits your life.
let's
Whatever
say
you
you
want.
found 4 different photo periods, not the same strain, but like they are about the same size. They stretch to about the same eventual final form. They finish in the same time frame. Like for all intents and purposes, that's all I'm looking for.
I mean, I can completely understand the draw of that. I can absolutely understand. It's reliable and beautiful and
Reliable is the key word.
right. And
I'm
sometimes
sick of
that's what your life needs. And that's the joy of photo periods. They offer you that stability and reliability, whereas autos are a little more chaotic.
they are
You don't
chaotic.
really know what you're going to get with them, which is the joy of having them. That's the surprise. So,
I know. I
whatever
feel that.
fits into
It's a
your
roller
life at
coaster.
that time is fine. That's why you shouldn't commit to one or the other.
No,
Do
you
I
really
love
shouldn't.
autos? Yes, I love autos, and they fit my life beautifully right now. Will I grow photos? Yes, absolutely. Have I grown photos? Yes, absolutely. That's the joy of it. Fits your life however you want it to.
Amen to that.
This
I think
emoji's
I'll.
hitting pretty good right now. I'll tell you right now.
What is it?
This emoji's hitting pretty good. I can tell
Oh,
you that right now.
nice. Nice. Ooh, man. Yeah, that cocoa butter smell. You know, I think I think going back and forth like I do is kind of. I'll always kind of do that. I'm never not gonna grow autos, but I am definitely going like the cloning route. Like I'm taking cuts. I'm gonna keep some mom plants. Shit, I will keep them in the basement with a fluorescent light, like you said, next to the cat boxes if I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I mean, whatever works.
Clean them up, take cuts. Just take a cut and then clean that up before you
So, what are
flip it.
you
I don't
gonna?
know.
Who are you gonna mother?
Um, well,
Any
I don't
idea what
want to.
strains you're gonna start looking through?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait and for that sort of thing until we do a little grow along.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that. Well, sure. Why the fuck not? It's our grow along. We're going to do a grow along in the fall, guys. Join us. You're both welcome. Joint custody.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
Who's that?
With one of our best buds, who we got to
I'm
get
just
back on the
playing.
show, but he's been
I
doing
was
some
just
really
thinking.
cool shit.
I was just thinking about him the other day when I was taking a shit.
At least you're thinking about him. I
Nah, I'm
mean,
just kidding. Joey knows I love him.
but for real, he's been doing some cool stuff. He's got a new line coming out like in the fall, the PB and Cray, right, which was that like Supreme Leader, Triangle Kush crossed with Alien OG, then crossed with Peanut Butter Breath, and that's PB and Cray, and he's got a whole line stabilized coming out based on that, and shoot, I just wanted to do a little community grow together. I thought that would be fun. I had a lot of fun doing the Night Owl one, so Joint was like talking about prizes, man. He was getting all hyped about it. You know how he is.
I'll tell you what. This will be my first grow on. I
Yeah?
hate. I hate grow ons. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it.
Why?
I don't know. It's
know-
because it's like you're not gonna fucking tell me what to fucking do. I'm just anti-authoritative. It's just my nature.
I feel that.
It's not. It's nothing personal. It's
But let's
like,
just do it because it's
Yeah.
Joint, man. It's peanut butter, meat terps,
yeah. I'll get
or
that.
legume terps. High in protein, at least. But yeah, he's got some like cross with his blueberry and stuff too, G3,
Good.
and
I
like
need
the
his
PB,
least
yeah.
cross.
I don't know what the rules will be. Maybe it doesn't have to be that one either. Maybe we just all grow some joint stuff. I don't know. So
No,
Oh man, I
we
would
need to make
totally grow
G3.
that blueberry limeade again
We
in
need to
like a
make G3
heartbeat.
jump out of her comfort zone. Meat Terps it is. The
I
meatiest of
know.
meatiest.
I want you to have a Slim Jim in your tent.
Because I honestly think that you would
Ah,
change your opinion if you got some and smoked it. I got to do another run of the
I
pure
mean, I'm
Michigan
not
and get you some of that
against
flour.
it. I just don't want a whole plant of it.
No, a whole tent. It's gonna be like
That's
fill your tent, sort of grow along.
So the last batch of pure
Just
Michigan
kidding.
I had turned into live resin, but I'm gonna have to grow some more and just send you some so you can smoke it.
Hell yeah. It
It
is
is disgusting.
enjoyable. It's gross, but like in a good way.
Hmm.
It's like a
okay, and that's like
week old Slim
okay
Jim.
And it's perfect for nighttime too
to
because I remember
try,
Mac.
but just not a whole
I remember
plant.
Mac was smoking some and he's like, yeah, I'm
I'm
fucking something.
fucked
Like he
up.
was like, yeah, he was like all fucked up. He's like, I can't smoke any more of that pure Michigan.
He was like, I could
Oh.
see his like face turning blue a little.
That stuff is
It
like
was,
coma weed. It's really is. When you smoke too much of it, especially, you turn stupid. And the
I think it
rosin
was
does
the
resin does the same thing to me. I
it was
can't.
the taste getting to him, man. At a certain point, you're just like, ugh, spicy
Yeah,
Slim
like
Jim.
right away.
I need some Cool Ranch to wash that down with, man. Where are those Cool Ranch terps at? That'd be like this. The blue sprayed shoes. That's my Cool Ranch terps. After a good meat terp bong rip, I'll go for
Yeah,
this stuff and wash
yeah.
it down
Maybe mix the two of them together and see what happens. Fuck around and find out.
for real. You know, like you say, G3 variety is the spice of life, but
Yes.
it's like at a certain point, some of these plants, like they are beautiful, they are big, but like I don't want big or beautiful. At the end of the day, I want like really good smoke in my jars. I want like the best weed that I can get, and like autos just ain't. They're not producing that for me.
I absolutely agree with that.
I think you started going down this rabbit hole when you grew the violet. Was it the violet Beauregard? And you didn't keep you had two
The
phenos.
non-kept
Yeah, dude,
keeper.
I fucking
Yeah,
should. Like I know. And those were so successful, man. If like again, if I could have filled a whole tent with that, holy fuck, I'd have. Yeah, I know. Yeah, when you find something that like checks, it doesn't have to be the best thing in the world, but if it's like you know, it's a reliable like 7 out of 10. Sometimes that's all you need at the end of a 2 a.m. bar run. You just need old reliable, you
yeah.
know.
You know, look, and if it's something you really like, you can keep it around as long as you want. You can always rotate the stable. I mean, I do. There's a couple of them that I really keep around, and like that's it. And then every now and then, like, look, I kept like uh Slurricane for fucking ages, 5, 6, probably 7 years, and then I had enough of it. I let it go. It happens. You find shit, you love it for
Yeah,
a
right.
long time, and then you let it go. And you can always rotate that stable.
The one who
Send
got
send
away.
send a buddy a cut. That's a good way. You can always send a buddy a cut and make sure he has it and keeps it around, and you can always get it back from him. I've had to do that before, so hey, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, right. Well, it is amazing. Some people have cuts that they've kept for like 30 years. Long, long time. And as much fun as I have popping seeds with these cool new seed popping devices and all that stuff, and as much fun as the auto roller coaster is, like again, I'm just kind of like at the point in my growing career where it's like I want as stress free and like close to a perfect run as I can get, and I kind of feel like I want to start like dialing in some stuff too. If I know what I'm getting with my plants before, you know, I can fine tune my processes much better if you're working with the same plant over and over. So
Oh yeah, you learn the plant 100%.
there's definitely like a refined growing technique that comes with like, you know, growing the same strain over and over. You learn what she wants. You learn.
It's a different style of growing. It truly is. It's because with autos, really, and you don't know how much of a feeder they're going to be, and so in some ways, it's a lot of reactive growing.
Yeah.
Whereas with
good way to put it.
photos, you're kind of know what you're going, especially if you've grown it before. You have a whole ton of something you know. That's completely proactive growing. With autos, you can only
like
do
that.
so much proactive growing because the plant's going to do what she's going to do, and at some point, you're just along for the ride.
Yep.
Yeah, like she might decide she, you know, is gonna develop a stem that's about the circumference of an elephant trunk and start shooting out 3-fingered fan leaves and become like take up like half your 5x5 and for no apparent reason want to be on like a 120-day time frame and just like, yeah, do her thing.
Right.
This comment over here, you shouldn't be sad about growing autos, man. We all still fucking
Oh
fuck
my
around
gosh,
with
Oh,
autos.
no,
yeah,
I
man.
love autos.
Yeah,
Autos
you
are
take
my
don't
favorite.
don't take it the wrong way.
Listen, there ain't nothing that I'm complaining about this recent harvest, okay? Now that I got them in jars, like it was easy. As easy as it gets. Auto flowers and auto pots, boom, 12 weeks you're done. Yeah, they might be a bitch to trim sometimes, but who isn't?
All right. No photo period will ever offer you the personality that an autoflower can.
G3's
little
on
fireballs.
Team Auto.
Oh my
When's
gosh,
the last time you grew a
100%
photo? I
Popeye.
mean, was it, you know, a year ago or so?
Blueberry
Okay.
when I married, and Blueberry OJ from Joint were my last ones.
All right, get you back in.
That
Come
blueberry
on, for the
limeade,
fall.
fuck, she was good. She still, to this day, is my dad's favorite thing that I've ever
Yeah?
grown.
I've heard a lot about this blueberry limeade.
Yeah, dude, I know.
Yeah,
He's
she's
got so
spectacular.
many good ones, man.
So many
And
good ones, but that
so,
one's a really good one.
again, I was just kind of spitballing stuff. I know he's got that coming out, and I know he's excited about the line, so it just made sense. But
No, I remember rumbling about this a while back, a few weeks back. I think we should do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, we'll hash it out. We'll get some rules.
bring him
or
on. We'll ask him what's
ideas
the
or
least
guidelines
meaty
of.
and most meaty of all the plants.
Yep, and G3 grows the most meaty.
No, God. Oh God!
I think it'd be
would
fun.
want to
Only rule.
open the tent. That would like steal so much joy. I'd open the tent and close it again. I'd be like, nope.
She's like, is
nope,
that
Nope.
Nathan's hot dogs? Like, do I smell kielbasa? Like, what is that?
Ugh.
Like,
I mean, to each their own. If that's your jam, like I fully support that being your jam, but it is not mine.
How do you know until you try it? You know?
no, add a
Because
little
I've had
spice
enough,
in your
like,
life.
Umami and
It's another word I
like close
fucking hate.
enough to meaty and
Umami.
Yeah.
super
Bokashi.
skunky.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had enough of them to be very well versed already.
Wow.
I just don't want to.
We need to make a list of fucking words that trigger monster.
Yeah, right.
Umami?
Sam.
Yeah.
You know, like
Bokashi, umami, charcuterie.
Shark. Yeah, right. Well,
Are
speaking
you
of,
xenophobic? Why you just hate foreign words?
I don't know, maybe. I just don't like them.
possibly,
Yeah,
he is
there's
from
gotta
Boston.
there's got to be some sort of explanation for it.
The
If not, well, you know, oh well.
it's a goddamn antipasta.
Seriously, have you seen that Italian video? The fucking where they like got the Italian grandfather and they're showing him like, oh, what? It's a charcuterie. Oh, he's all fucking pissed off, dude. Nothing like fucking with an Italian in his food.
Oh,
Like-
no, don't do that.
Nah, man,
You
they
might get-
take that shit seriously.
You might get cut.
Those are some of the funniest videos, though. Honestly, like I know it's like not cannabis related, but if you want a good laugh, you should follow Growing Up Italian on Instagram. fucking hilarious shit,
Oh,
man.
is he that guy with like the long hair parted in the middle and kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
weird
He's one.
chin?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
big dude. Yeah, he's
yeah,
one of them. But like, it's just fucking. I don't know. Stitches, man.
yeah, dude.
Every time I always laugh.
I relate. I definitely relate. I will say, but yeah, I don't know. The whole growing both autos and photos. That's the way to do it, guys. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do it both. Do everything.
Perpetual style.
You get bored with what you're doing. Try something different.
You gotta have one tent that's either like a exclusively auto tent or like it's your veg tent basically. You know what I mean? And you put autos in there. And then one tent that's a flower tent. I mean, this kind of method does require two tents. That is the problem. But hopefully you scored some sweet 420 deals. There were quite a few.
I was gonna ask, was there anything in particular that really caught your eye for 420 sales?
Man, let's say I had to prevent myself on more than one occasion from clicking that like complete purchase button. I had it all filled out, you know. Fuck, but it's like ultimately for me it comes down to what do I need to keep
Yeah.
functioning, not what do I want.
It's the kicker, isn't it?
I want a lot of things, right? And even though the sales were great, like I've said, even if people are offering shit to me for free, there's most cases I just can't use it. Like I don't have the room. It's like it doesn't fit. It has to be this size. It has very specific parameters of how my shit is set up. I can't fuck with that. So like, what did I go with? I build a soil. I bought like 200 bones worth of build a soil, and just gonna be happy as shit when that all gets here. And yeah, it was some bokashi. That's what made me think of it. It was the essentials, man. Like that's the stuff that like it's the meat and potatoes. It's like that's what I re-amend the soil with. That's what I'll top dress with. That's the stuff that like I use up. Stuff that I need to re-up on.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like would I like a brand new grow tent or another? I was like, I wanted to get that controller 69 Pro plus plus plus. It had eight different ports and it.
What are
Man,
they have a new
fancy.
controller?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
got
this is
everything
like-
now. But like, dude,
What does it have? AI?
I don't need it. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't think it has any AI now. You got to set it all up yourself.
AI. They're trying to throw that shit into everything, and like, I'm not necessarily against it or for it, but like really, like it's in everything now. It's even in fucking Instagram.
Dude,
Have you seen this? There's somebody
all-
posting. I think it's Rambo Attack. It's fucking. He's like asking meta questions about like cannabis and like what plants look like, and then he's like posting it. It's I don't know. It's kind of funny, but like, yeah, like AI's and fucking everything now.
Well, in all fairness, it should be in the AC Infinity app or the controller because people still fail to use it correctly. And if they were given 8 different ports to control,
oh man,
I don't think they'd manage to get one of them right.
Hold on, I gotta see this. What you're referring to here?
What is it? The Pro 69 Pro Plus. I think
Pro
is what I'm
Plus,
talking about.
Okay.
So it lets you hook up 8 different devices to it.
Is that the big thing with it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it gives
it's
you
the
more.
same as the Pro. It's just instead of 4 ports, you get 8.
Well, in all honesty, the 4's wasn't enough. The 8's pretty cool.
But
Yeah,
like, really, what devices
39.
are you going to be hooking up to it? First of all, you got to understand, I already have a lighting controller that far betters that, so I would not be hooking up my light to it in any capacity. Like, so that eliminates one thing, right? Like, yeah, the humidifier and the AC kind of connected to that, or a heater. I see the appeal, but it's like my humidifier has a digital thermostat on it as is, and it's pretty reliable. And I just set it to a given humidity level anyway. It basically does what the 69 Pro Plus Plus does on the damn face of the humidifier. I don't need it connected to my phone, giving a nice graph of what the humidity level looks like.
No, but it would
Truly,
allow
it's
you to
nice.
get the humidity at canopy level, which is more important than the floor.
What do you mean, get it at canopy level?
Well, the probe
Measure it.
controls
The
everything.
probe.
So the probe's at canopy level, and that's what is going to give you your readings and
All right,
control
true.
said device.
Fair enough.
So in most cases, the regular Pro will work for 99% of the people, and that's $100 as opposed to what, $130 the other one. So um, again, look, I'm just brutally honest about things. I don't know if I can necessarily trust that UIS system completely, because
Yeah, I heard there were some issues,
there's been some failures. So
electrical related.
yeah, I
So
think as a brain it works just fine, but
you can
I've
hook
talked about
up.
it before. There's ways to just use them as a brain and use what's called like a magnetic contactor to handle the load.
Yeah, like so. This is you'd hook up a humidifier, a what a UV light, peripheral lights, three lights, a humidifier, and then three fans. So that's seven inputs.
Yeah, if you're using it for that, but like
But like,
to be
why?
completely honest with you, if I
Why do you
needed
need your fan? Like your oscillating fan. Why does that need to be hooked up to a
that
damn?
doesn't, I've always thought that was the
Like
silliest
that's
thing ever.
silly.
Yeah, no, because I just keep those on full time. I would never use that to connect like a circulation fan. And intake and exhaust 100% if you want to go ahead with that, but I don't see the need to.
Now, I think you hit the nail on the head there,
It looks
Nicholas.
cool. Yep.
Yeah,
It does look cool and it has nice packaging.
I mean,
You
that's what
know,
they tote, right? That their stuff is all in one and you can control everything from one controller. Even if it's not super logical, if they didn't have their fan be able to be controlled by the controller, well, then people would just complain left and right.
all right. So I'm trying to like use my own logic here. Remember at the beginning of the show, I was like, "Yo, it was nice to have this product that was like custom made for this purpose, that did this one thing that like, yeah, I could Jimmy rig it, you know, I could MacGyver a solution. It wouldn't be that tough. But like, when you have the option to drop a couple bucks and it comes in nice packaging and like honestly the whole experience just yeah like it's a nicely made thing that works and does the thing that it's supposed to do. There is something nice about that.
keep in mind too, for each device you want to connect, you need to buy a UIS plug, which is I think
Yeah,
around $20.
unless it's the AC Infinity branded equipment, then you don't need to. But yeah, I considered all that stuff too. I had it all in my cart, and I ultimately didn't click purchase. But now talking about it, it's like, oh, I almost wish I did. It's like, you know, wouldn't miss that money, but like maybe I would just appreciate that added functionality. And if I didn't, then I didn't. Who the fuck knows? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't really feel like you could benefit from it a whole lot. I mean,
That's what I
uh,
thought. Like it came down to just, all right, what am I really gonna do? I'm gonna hook up a humidifier and like maybe I'll hook up my heater to this too. But I'm not gonna use the heater again till the winter. Like so, it's
Not worth it.
not for me. It doesn't make
mhm.
sense.
Yeah, maybe wait till Christmas. When they get the 69 anal Pro, then the
It comes
Pro
with the
Plus will be cheaper, and you can get it done.
probe you stick right up your tuchus.
Yep.
You know, I hear that, Jake. I mean, dude, it is pretty nice. Dude, what is your icon?
That's the shocker,
That
my
is
friend.
obscene, Jake.
I love it.
I knew what that was right away. Yeah, I hear that, man. It's cool to have like really, I'm trying to like come to the point where I'm like, you know what? It just is a cool thing, and I like should just buy it because it's cool. I don't need any other reason than that, you know.
Just do what makes you happy.
Just
Just be
old
like, all right,
curmudgeon, dude.
look, when it comes down to it, right? If you're gonna really buy something, be like, is this gonna affect my fucking well-being? Like, am I not gonna be able to eat well this week? Am I not gonna be able to pay a bill? And if the answer is no, then just fucking buy what you want. Like, as long as, like, seriously, you only live once, you know?
Yeah, especially if it's on sale, then you got the built-in excuse like, but I saved this money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You couldn't afford not to buy it.
That's right. That's
How
right.
about that?
Absolutely. You know, fine. So yeah, again, I probably should have bought more. I didn't.
I
Whatever.
imagine there's probably some good, bean sales and shit too.
That was one thing I did not purchase. I like again, we've established I'm an addict, and I didn't even want to go down that road.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't bought seeds in a while. I just kind of I got a lot to really work with if I
man,
want to, you
it's
know?
like where I'm at now is like, all right, I should pop these fucking seeds and find some ones that I want to keep around.
Yeah, because the longer you keep them, the harder they are to pop. So
Right?
might as well start working through the inventory. I mean, look, at one point when you had the joy to buy those seeds, like something went through you, like, dude, I want to grow this.
Yeah.
Now I know you got a lot in your inventory, but I definitely want to see you grow that. Um, the
Green
fuck was
crack.
it?
Was that
No,
what you were gonna mention?
that
Triple
was that.
crack.
That was one. Yep. But the that white looking plant.
White plant. Oh, what that? Um, yeah, the Ramscotty.
Yeah, I want to
The
see that
Ramscotty.
growing out. That looks
Well,
interesting looking.
maybe
I've
you're in luck. That's
never seen
one
it.
of them that I just popped.
Never seen anything like that before. Like, oh,
Yeah, look totally white.
yeah, very very unique.
My one of my buddies, you know, has a story. He tells about the best weed he ever smoked, which was totally white. It looked a lot like that, you know, back in the early 2000s. It was one of those like 70 $75 eighths that he was once lucky enough to buy. And he's just said fuck it and did, and it was like totally worth it, but you never saw it again.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
we'll see. You know, I have high hopes, but like, yeah, I got two of those and two of one called Black Lung.
Who's
Oh,
that
that
by?
sounds
Right.
appealing.
They're,
Gee.
so they're. It's got those charred meat terps. G3. So
Savages.
they're
That's
from.
it's very PA of you.
It's a guy. You know, we talked about him last week a little. It's called Romulan genetics. What appealed to me about these were first of all, like, I mean, I think we mentioned on the last show. He writes a great strain description. It's clear the guy, you know, grows his own stuff, or at least has testers that do. I got these two. They're from like recent drops, and the pictures are what drew me in. Then the strain descriptions kind of like sold me on them, and they sounded cool. You know, I want to try them out. And they're feminized too, so you know, me. That saves me like a couple weeks in veg, like not stressing them out and sexing them. I at least know they're all going to be female, and I can kind of like, I don't have to sex them.
Mhm.
It shortens. Not that I need it to be really, but I'm going on another trip for my birthday at the end of the summer. So it's all kind of thought out ahead of time, timing wise. You know how these things are.
Yeah, yeah. You got to plan it out. Get one last fucking rip in before you go.
That's right. You know, should harvest, dry, and trim before that all happens, and then like, shit. By the time I come back, we'll be doing a joint custody grow along. Like I said,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm telling you guys. So y'all got to get your schedules aligned. We gotta sync on this one. Like, and when the fall comes around, I want empty tents, guys. Okay, not like a space. I want an empty tent. Can you do that for me? If not, that's cool. Just give me a space. A space is fine.
Reminds
But
me of a skit by George Carlin, A Place for
tent
My
would be
Stuff.
George Carlin was awesome, dude.
Ah, he was great, man.
What's it called? A place for my stuff?
Yep. Some of his best work, in my
All
opinion.
right, all right. I'll try to find it
Yep.
at the beginning of the
Yeah.
place for my stuff.
Fun fact about George Carlin, too. I've probably mentioned this before, but for a long time, he did the voice of Thomas the Train.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't Thomas the Train. He was the narrator. On
The
Thomas
narrator,
Train.
whatever, same thing.
Oh,
Yep. My bad. Thank you
wow.
for the correction.
Wow.
No, seriously.
G3 with like the kid show now.
No, but that's
I
pretty-
was just watching
Do you know
Thomas
how much
Train.
fucking Thomas I've watched?
You,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I watched the shit a little bit too. I can't believe I fumbled that. But like, how, like it's so odd to think of George Carlin doing that, but he loved kids, you know, and he was a kind man. He did a lot of charitable work. So, shout out to George Carlin.
Word. Yeah, man, one of the best. Well, I don't know if you heard it, Matt. I don't, you say depends on what we're growing. I think it's going to be part of that PB and Cray line. You know, it's a peanut butter breath and Supreme Leader cross. It's got Triangle Kush, Alien OG, peanut butter breath, and then he crossed that. Well, he made an F2 of that, I think, and then crossed that with like a couple other of his girls in his stable. I'm sure one of which is that BB and Limeade and BB and OJ and all your favorites.
That's a good one too.
So like, we're gonna have a lot of cool lineage on these, I think. But knowing Joint, he's gonna have something like kind of dialed in.
I spoke to him a couple weeks ago. He's got like a new vigor. He's fired up about this.
Oh yeah, dude. I know. I want to bring him back on. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. I don't want to spill any of his beans. So again, we'll bring him back. But yeah, look at the time. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe it?
Chatty Cathy's tonight.
Oh, I can't even believe it. Do we have any new Patreons? I think we do.
I know we have at least one. J Train 071.
J-Train.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Shout out to J Train.
Cool. Shout out, buddy. Yeah, thank you, man. For those of you who don't know, we do have a Patreon. That's how we support the podcast and build the soil purchases on 420 to keep the gardens going sometimes too. It comes in handy. You know what I mean? So thank you guys who do support us. We love you. You don't have to support us to be a part of our Discord. That's free. Group of people always talking, posting funny shit, helping each other out with problems in their gardens and in real life. Yeah, thank you. Monster just posted some links for me. If you don't know how to find us, truly, just message one of us. Find a way. Email me. You know what I mean? Old school.
Yeah. Website, Instagram.
Yeah. And any way guys. Find me on YouTube. Actually, I put up stickers. I got stickers. Check this out. I'm proud of these. If I can find them, fuck. Look at that. Here they are.
Oh, those are dope.
Put up stickers.
Ooh.
If you can find one of my stickers in real life, you win a super secret prize. I'll have to post some clues how you might find it. But yeah, guys, hit me up if I'm going to send these out with Patreon packages with gummies. Hit me up if you're interested in that kind of stuff. CBD, salves, extracts, all coming from this one soon. So let me know. You guys have anything else you want to throw out there?
Nah, pretty. I think we covered a lot here. We had a pretty good show
We did.
with nothing to talk about.
That's how it usually goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, again, thank you guys for joining us live. We love y'all. And we'll talk to you.
Oh, full
I
moon
just
tonight.
seen the fucking funniest comment. I'm sorry. I had a shit ton of lobsters stuck on my girl.
What?
He's always
How does
just trying
that
to be funny.
happen? Is that wait for real? In real life, you had
I don't know.
lobsters fuck up your grow?
That's fucking hilarious, though.
So I might have to be the like AI artwork imagery for the podcast. Lobsters in a greenhouse. That'll give you nightmares.
Goodness.
I don't know why that would hit me on.
That's because you're from Massachusetts.
Take
You
another rip,
he
monster.
loves a good lobster.
Lobster.
Oh my god.
Sorry, GT. Go
What
ahead.
were you gonna say?
It's a full moon tonight. Can you wonder why? Jesus. Yeah, full moon tonight. Stones, charge them if you got them. Water.
It's
charge 'em.
funny.
Word.
I noticed it was looking really full yesterday. So yeah,
It's
that's
very full. It's
yeah.
the pink moon tonight.
What does pink mean?
It's the name of it. It's named for the creeping flowers
Wow.
that you see in early spring. It's like the little pink flowers everywhere. Pink moon.
They are pretty.
Happy full moon.
Spring
everyone.
is pretty. Cool. Well, maybe germinate at this time. That's what we want to do, or I don't know. Yeah, put your
Yep.
stones out. Get them charged up. Moon
Yep.
water.
Charge up your stuff. Set some intentions.
Hell yeah.
Go stand in the moonlight for a little bit. It's good for you.
That's what the witch says.
Yep. It is indeed.
Well,
I'm gonna go howl at the moon.
yeah, right.
That's good for you too.
Okay.
Howl
From
or
the
bask.
diaphragm. Whatever
Just
moves
absorb
you.
the moonlight.
Yep.
Cool. Well, guys, until next time, I love y'all, and you know the rules. Don't get caught.